Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Beckham is fouled.
Peter, I can't recall a better leader of the line than Marco van Basten.
Yeah, great scorer of goals and, of course, a scorer of great goals.
Yeah, and because of that, the words audacious and spectacular come to mind, and I think...
And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Can he spark a counter here? Spread it left.
Rodri.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's had a shot! There it is! That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Messi, looking tidy in possession here. Elise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he latch on to this? And it's Beckham. Shot a goal! It's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Malaga are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's managed to get free. A corner it is then.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Van Basten providing an outlet on that flank. Thuram. It's a good spell of possession, this. That is ended up in no man's land.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Vieri. Beckham. Look, a decent hit! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. He won't be happy with that one. A real chance if he can get through. Beckham. Oh, it's Van Basten. Distributed tidily. Gullit. And now they can clear their lines. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Thuram. And here's Van Basten. Rijkaard. Big chance! And more, and more, and more. And they are pulling clear here.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
37 minutes is number 3.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Rodri. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Beckham. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He can run onto that. No, he's not getting any further than that. Looking for options for movement. The real chance! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Malaga are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Has been indicated.
Gullit. And it's Van Basten. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Van Basten. He's in plenty of space here. Lovely bit of skill. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Olise.
That gets things going for the second half.
Is number 9.
So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Beckham.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Son Heung-min. Triol gets over and intercepts. Rudiger, a picture of focus and alertness. Van Basten, out to the right. Van Basten. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Stood up well to him there. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And here's De Bruyne. Can he finish? It's Luke. Oh no, this does not look good. Pull it. Could move up a gear here. Ah, it's a sweet ball, that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
So we've reached the hour mark. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Hullet. Rijkaard. Beckham. Van Dijk with the clearance. Gets to show off his quick feet. Hullet. De Bruyne. Here's Rodri. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Messi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Son Heung-min. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Son Heung-min. And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Son Heung-min. And here's Messi. Son Heung-min. And here's Son Heung-min. Now this could be a chance.
Ah, ele tira, mas cara vai.
Oh, impressive strike.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
That has not gone well. Valverde. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Son Heung-min! Rijkaard. And it's Beckham. Vieira. Played out to the right. What a throw in.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Rodri. Mings. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Beckham has found the net here, of course. Van Basten. He might be in here. That is great defending, so alert. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Valverde wins the duel this time.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Succumbs to the pressure. Vieira. So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and...
هاني شيء حزق. هاني شيء. Rebonjour. شوف هاي قندخل نقصر انا ويا شي ماتش صوني حصلته ودخل عاد دابا دخل فاش يدخل تيطلع ليا ميساج بلي راه دخل.
الو
واش عقيقة
فانا مش لاقي قيمه.
حصلتك داخل باغي تفارم يا ولد الحرام.
انا ما بغاش عرفتي ما بغاش يخدم لي سميتو اصاحبي لا سوري ديال البيسي كان كليك ما خدامش ديال الكليك واش كنت يخربق فيه مصطفى ولا ما نعرف
شنو هو شنو اللي
كليك في السوري ديال البيسي باش يخدم لي ما فهمت.
اش دير بكليك انت غتصفح بها؟ دخل نديرو شي ماتش انا وياك. دخل
منك حق هراوك هذوك حواوك
وعرفت شحال عرفت خسرت ماتش 16 ماتش وتعادلت 7 وربحت 2. الموت الكحلة. الموت الكحلة. ولكن عرفتي شنو اخويا، راه عرفتي دابا اللي طحت معاه تلقى عنده هذاك تورام وفييرا في الدفاع ونيستا تتلعب باس واحد تجي دريبلي ولا شي حاجه تلقاه تيقول السلام عليكم.
صباح انا كنت رابح واحد ب4-0 دار لي ريمونطادا
ربحت 2 ماتشات انا، واحد ربحته ب4 وواحد ربحته ب7.
تعادل معايا تعادل معايا
والله الا واحد ربحته ب7. تخيل معايا تنضل ناكل العصا في هاد البرو وفاش طلقوا ليا بنادم شويه في النيفو ديالي.
سكاني خديت هذيك ويفي اورانج
قلت لك فاش طلقوا ليا بنادم في النيفو ديالي وليت تنطيح مع بنادم في النيفو ديالي. ربحت 2 ماتشات ما تبقى كلهم تعرفوا يلعبوا. تلقاهم كلاسي هو ال500 في العالم، واحد تلقاهم كلاسي ما عرفت هو انت راك بوت وغتخدم لك كونيكسيون شي بلتي.
دخلت في هذيك الار جي 45 سيستم باش تفوت
غتقرا لك دخلها ورصه خليها تحسبك انت معاه غتدخلها بيسا غيتكونيكطا.
لا راه طلعت لي وي ندير ديك وي ولا سميتو ما بغاش كليكي ديالها سوري. دابا الار جي 45 وحل في البيسي مبغاش يخرج ودخل خدام بك هذيك اللعيب
لا عندك تبقى تجرب بزاف تفرقعوات. راه خصني شي تاكتيك اخر دابا ضد هاد خوتنا اللي تيلعبوا. خصني نبقى نحط لهم واحد 2 ديال الانكرمان نحطهم اللور يتلاقاو ليا مع داك.
ديال الانكرمان تيحلوه كيلعبوا لك
لا والو خصك تدافع له مزيان، الا دافعتي مزيان ما يحلش اللعب.
فريد ماشي مزيان
بحال دابا فاش طيح مباشرة طيح مع شي واحد تشوف كلاسمون ديالو طالع بزاف دخل مهاجم حطو فوق 2 دوك اللاكسات اللي عندك يوليو عندك 3 د اللاكسات و2 ديال الاجنحه ديال الموم ديفونسيف. هذا ديكر ديفونسيف هذا خارج هذا خارج هي غنرجع طومياسو. الحملة ديالي يا ناري اخي حطي راسك.
طنجة ماشي فتنو صغيرين مزيان تعرف ندير الكبار شي يديرو بنادم ماشي فاش طلعت لي فاطمة بنت حريمة غندير لها ابوني نطلع عليه
ندير لها ابوني اخي.
لا ندير لها ابوني بداك الكونت الاخر اللي كنصيفط منو الريلز. علاش ما طلعش لي كونيكسيون هاد الاخر هذا ما خايف
هي معذب في حياتك.
شريت روجور ديال درت ويفي ديال انوير 600 درهم اصلا.
باش نجربوا دابا انت ما عندكش كاسك هكا.
باش نجرب.
وانا نجربوا الفويس تشات ديال ستيم،
عندي لي زيات.
ولكن البور ديال الكاسك عندك، انت عندك بور واحد تيدخل الميكرو واحد.
عندي لي زيات بلوتوث، انا عندي لي زيات بلوتوث فيهم ميكرو.
ودير نشوف نجربوا.
غادي نشوف نسكاني الويفي. ما غاديش نشدها بالتليفون باش ما تبقاش لاغيين. باين راهم لقاهم حسبوني خسرت داك الماتش ديال الويفي. كنت خرجت كنت كاعس علاش. صافي واش الويفي كتلاعبنا.
خاصك واحد قبيله سلختو خير عياقه، هذاك اللي انت تنشوف هاد خونا هذا شكون بنجي كرافي.
عندي وين وتعادل وجوج ديال الخسائر.
واحد لعب تما
مصطفى خويا قبيله سبينا ب100 في ديك ديال فيا وطلع له دافيد فيا.
سبينيت انا بسبينيت ب 300 في ديال دافيد فيا وما طلع ليا والو. عرفتي واحد النحس عندي، واحد النحس اخا.
مثلا نصوني واحد لابيل ونرجع.
سير اخا العياق. العياق عرفتي واحد خونا كان مكلاسي هو 4000 في العالم. شنو؟
ندخل لك شي ماتش في الليغا.
ولا دخل اصاحبي نلعبو انا وياك، انا نمشي الناس.
دخل ديفيزيون شي شنطيحة مع بعضيات.
يلا سير نديرو 1 2 3 يلا. وخصك تحسب لي حتى 3 خير عياقة.
يلا سير.
بلاتي يلا حسب
1 2 3.
العياقة مشى للحجامة. ماشي انا
ودخلوه فاك ما درتش اني.
سير تقود من الاخر مبغيتش تقصر معايا. سير تقود خلي يمشي يلعب ضد الشخوشة.
تليفون.
تخاف مني يا الزامل.
مثلا الفرع كان
اش هاد الفرع؟
ما يكون واحد ناري روماني.
عمرك ربحتيني اللعبة، مازال دابا في اونلاين عمرك ما ربحتيني.
لعب روماني.
صافي هما حطوني مع واحد خونا. يا بسم الله.
ويني انا فرقة عنده يا رب العالي. ويني بلوت.
مزيان خليه يكرمك. شتي رسلت لك واحد ستريم راه طارق لايف انايا.
بيرلو. اسمع شكون عنده سمعت. عنده تورام في الدفاع. بلاتي انا نصوني الياس نصوني الانتاج.
خير اخا.
انا نصوني سير هذا الماتش نعاود نعيد.
كيخاف من ديسيسيون دابا تنهردو تنهلكو في الصحة. كيف واحد الزقة كديري لقيتي فيها واحد الزيق ديال تديري.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
Chance! Big moment! Massive goal! Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Beckham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too... Hits one! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Can he finish? Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Olise. Valverde. Valverde! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rudiger. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. David Villa. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Great ball if he can get there. Mbappe has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, what a climb! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pedri! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front! He gave it plenty and some. Crashed it in.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Pedri.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
White. And it's Messi. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ederson herring after the ball here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Olise. And here's Messi. Can he get away here? David Villa! And now they can clear their lines. Taken back almost at once. Beckham. Chouameni. Pedri. Rodri. Valverde. Beckham. Shifted it to the flank. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And he's intervened well there. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. David Villa. Rodri. Beckham. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And here's Mbappe. Rodri. Tomiyasu promptly onto that, and that is that. Nunez chasing after it. David Villa. He could be in here. Oh, good ball. Played back to the goalkeeper. No, that was never going to make it. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. David Villa. White. White carries the ball down the right. Now it's Mbappe. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
substitution on the field. Number 11, Kane. Coming on to replace him is number 18, Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. He can run onto that.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Beckham with the cross. He gets big, and it's come back out to him. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a hit! And he cuts out the supply. Oh, good spread. Now it's Beckham. Ball driven towards the far post. Chouameni. Oh, they can break here. He's played him through. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was. Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Still they trail, and time is ticking away.
The
Muscular approach does pay off here. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Beckham. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pedri, given the lift of his goal. Olise. Played out to the right. Beckham. He rises! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Always onto this. Picked out brilliant. There's the shot! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Tomiyasu. Can he get onto this? Terrific header!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Beckham. And Alexander-Arnold. Demiral. And Alexander-Arnold. And Demiral. Alexander-Arnold. Olise. And he's had it nicked away. Alexander-Arnold. Interesting ball. And that could set him on his way. Great! He's tried one! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Rodri. And here's Mbappe. Chouameni. And here's Messi. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 2, Van Dijk.
Oh, good steal. He just read it. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through.
Number 16.
Nice
Rodri.
control.
Coming on the field. Number
Referee's given a
24,
throw.
Ibrahima Konate. Number 19. Tyrone Mings.
Olise. Very
Hakimi.
much into the last
Number
knockings.
5, Zubimendi. Substitution.
That's good play. He's got away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Messi. And he's there to get it away. Well, that's fabulous. Back when it goes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling
Hello,
this lot.
everybody, and
Without a
welcome
doubt,
to
it is the
today's
week's
match.
most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Okay, interesting. Messi! And Messi! Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great ball if he can get there. Nesta getting this one clear and claimed it back swiftly. Davids, Caceres, Messi. So what can they make of this? Kimmich stood up well to him there. Konate. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to...
Up he goes! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Beckham. And through to the goalkeeper. Taken back almost at once. Nesta. So we're still where we started right now. He's got away. He's got the shot away! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Sporting are in front now. The game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
That's really well cleared. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Beckham. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, what a climb!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
In he goes again! Beckham standing over it. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Zubimendi does really well there. He is strong. Nice control. Good read, needed to be. And that should get the job done. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nesta clears. Works it forward. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kimmich with the clearance.
That right.
And De Bruyne! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Cantona gets it away. Gets his pass away. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Now it's Messi. Oh, that was vital. Subimendi. Distributed tidily. De Bruyne. And he's only too happy to take that back. Can he get onto this? And now they can clear their lines. Pinches it off him.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Davids. That's a nicely shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Beckenbauer clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Davids. And here's Suarez. And he's away. Demiral did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. In with a header! They've scored! And in that moment, he has his 50th goal. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal.
And we've reached half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Sporting get the second half started. Back into the middle. And here's Suarez. Messi. Messi! And he can clear it away. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Luis Suarez. Messi! In he goes again.
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Sporting get themselves into the lead. Beckenbauer, he's having a go! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Played into space out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Beckenbauer showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's cut it out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And Messi! And yes, it's there! And with that goal comes comfort. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and few.
And he'll shoot here. Just too much. Fractions.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Substitution in progress.
Sporting can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Cristiano Ronaldo. He is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
He might be in here! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Konate gets over and intercepts. And he was quick to react. Subimendi. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that pass isn't the best. Caceres. Sporting applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them. Great chance! Sporting have their second corner now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now he's off and running. Engages and forces him off the ball. Davids. That's Caceres. Puyol. Rodri, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Beckham. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Davids. Fernando Torres.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Fernando Torres. Beckham. Vinicius Junior! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Well, that had the makings of something quite... Could be danger here. He's through, now is he in? He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Nesta has been sent off. It was deemed a professional foul.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Beckham! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field.
There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump cards. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Substitution.
We have got ourselves a game here. Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. It looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And with that, the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so...
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, this, of course, a venue that needs no introduction. To many around the world, simply the home of football. And as you can see, we've already started here. Son Heung-min! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Now it's Mbappe. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
That looks a cracking ball. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. He's had a hit! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go on better, possibly.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Mohamed Salah, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Mohamed Salah. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Valverde does really well to win the ball there. Son Heung-min does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He has found the way through. So much time and space here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
The Netherlands clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
It's a good run down the right. And it's Messi. And here's Rafael Leao. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And here's Rafael Leao.
Look, it's a run.
It's Salah! The Netherlands with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, smashing header! And got to be quick to recover this. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Now the finish! Goal, the Netherlands! And again they hit the front. Style touch in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a mighty effort! Goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Salah. He's picked his way through. Valverde did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Rafael Leao.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bruno Fernandes. Not the most accurate pass. Belling, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ball is over the line. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. And a game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that.
Just a quick announcement.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Tickets you were given when you were walking through the
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So once again, we're underway. Hakimi. And it's Son Heung-min. Mbappe.
Oh, really well played.
He's found the way through. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game.
Substitutions taking place.
Distributed tidily. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. The referee's awarded a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something.
Messi! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And that should get the job done. Son Heung-min! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And it's Son Heung-min. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. Bellingham. Bellingham! In he goes again. Superb goal!
Well, Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That'll do under the circumstances. Beckham has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. And they can counter here. Rodri proves too strong. Throw in. Mbappe is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played towards the other side. Bellingham. Oh, it's come loose. Mohamed Salah in acres of space out wide. Great hit! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Bellingham. Vieira. Mohamed Salah has it out wide and in space. Another chance from a corner.
Substitution for Netherlands.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Mbappe. Number 11, Mohamed Salah. Number 22, Bellingham. Number 5, Van Dijk. Coming on the field.
And here's Messi.
Number 20, Vinicius Junior.
Rafael Leao.
Number
He is through. Can he finish? He scores! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
substitution.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Has a goal! It's anyone's... Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Knocks it out wide. And he cuts out the supply. Zubimendi.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Up he goes! They've got a corner here. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Corner number 2 then. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Goes in for the header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, he's really drilled it.
There will be
Rafael
5 minutes
Leao.
added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, he's ended up in no man's land. Looking for the run. And nicely intercepted. Zubimendi. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Son Heung-min! And time is up. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Please take this opportunity.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a...